What is going on, everybody? It is Nidge here, and welcome to episode 3 of this Real Betis career mode save. I'll be live commenting this episode. I thought because we've got Real Madrid first game of the season and all that, I'll give it a bit of a live comment. We'll see how that goes. It's the first time I've done anything like this, so bear with me. Got a nice cup of tea next to me to keep me company throughout the start, because at the start I just want to walk you through the team and a couple of things I've noticed since the last episode. So this is pretty much the team that we're going to be going with, apart from this lad here, Leo Baptiste. He's 20 and he's a 75, and I remember in the last episode saying I think that he's perhaps one of our better talents, but I think he's actually on loan to us from somewhere else, and I think the same could be said for a couple of the other players as well. We'll have to have a look into that now, but this is probably the team that we're going to be going with on the whole. Jonathan Dos Santos, obviously the new signing. Videos, he's definitely our player. He's not loaned to us and he's a decent youngster. He's only 18 and he's overrated 70, so don't know why he's out of form. Don't see why that would be from pre-season, but yeah. And we got Verdu, obviously the free kick master, air quotes. Ruben Castro is a decent player. Molyneux has had a good pre-season. Iglebor, oh god, no way. Didn't realise he was only 22. He's another good, decent young player then. 76 overall at the age of 22. He'll be alright for us. 4-star weak foot, 4-star skills. You don't see that very often in CDM, so that's nice. High work rates as well. They got Didac, who is on loan to us from AC Milan, and he's a good player actually. I think, suppose he's not got more of a look in real life, Didac, but yeah. Then we got Amaya, Paulao, Juan Fran, and Aidan in goal. Now, I'm just going to have a look. These are the people I've got on the bench. Now, Juan Carlos is definitely on loan to us. Leo Baptiste, I'm pretty sure he's on loan to us. And I can't remember who the last one is. Oh, Leo Baptiste can also... God, I'm learning all sorts here. Leo Baptiste can actually play up front according to this, so maybe we won't need that backup striker after all. We'll have to wait and see. But thinking, if we have got a couple of players on loan that we don't potentially need, I can send them back and then... Oh my lord, hang on, let's have a look at this. The Ranella, who are you? 71 overall striker. Oh, pressing the wrong button there. Yeah, it did look like we had a lot out on loan there, and a few in as well. So loanees, we've got. We'll see. I mean, we don't need him, do we? He'll go towards the transfer budget. Baptiste, Juan Carlos, Didac, Sara. God, the keeper. Even the keeper's loaned in. Yeah, I think we'll probably have a look at all this in the next episode. We'll leave it as it is for now, but I think this can definitely be played with a bit, and perhaps we might even be able to get someone else in other than Morata, because there's, I mean, let's have a look here. You've got Ndai can go back, so that's another £4,000 in the wage budget. Leo Baptiste, it doesn't look bad to be fair. Might just keep him. Juan Carlos we don't necessarily need, although he's not too bad. The keeper we're going to have to hold on to, obviously. Didac, he's on 20 grand a week, and we have got another left back who's a 71 or a 72, and he'd be our own, so might be worth keeping him in. And then who have we got loaned out? We got anyone good loaned out? No, sorry, I was looking at Dos Santos, that's purchased this season. Sorry. Ezekiel, 68-22, 67-20, Sergio Rodriguez. Oh, now this guy, Salvador Agra. Who are you? Oh wow, he looks pretty nifty. Why have we loaned him out? I think we can recall him now. Ah, right, we can't afford the recall fee. That's not much good, is it? Yeah, we'll have a look at all this in the next episode. We'll just head into the game now, I think. So I think this is the team we're going to be going with. So it's Molina, Verdu and Cam in the 4-2-3-1. Obviously, it's Verdillo on the right, Ruben Castro on the left, Jonathan Dos Santos and Nosa sitting in the CDM positions. Then Didac, Amaya, Paulao, Juan Fran and Adan in goal. And Real Madrid away, first game. So here we go, boys. Wish me luck. I'm actually recording this on Wednesday. It's about 4:20 in the afternoon, and so last night was the first World Cup semi-final. It was the Brazil-Germany game. How mental was that match? I actually quite fancied Brazil before that game. I know they were missing Neymar and Thiago Silva, which are always going to be big misses, but yeah, I think it's really surprised me. I think David Luiz had an absolutely woeful game. I think, but yes, I think they scored something. Germany scored something like 4 in 5 minutes, 6 minutes, something ridiculous like that. But we'll just have a look at Real Madrid's team first, then more like carry on talking about this one. I'd be quite interested to see how they play I've done saves with lower down teams before, like Wigan in the Premiership last year. I did, and you'd often find that the big teams would rest their key players against you because they took you for granted. But I've just seen Sergio Ramos and Scudera, who actually had a really, really good game yesterday. I've never seen him playing such sort of a dynamic midfield role. I've never seen him so attacking, but he looked really promising. But anyway, back to the point. They often rest the players, so I'm half hoping that they might have rested Ronaldo, maybe Bale, but I'd be very... I'm doubting it. I'm clutching at straws. I think I just saw Bale there in the lineup, so it's not looking likely. Oh, yeah, there's Ronaldo. That's straight out the window. Is that Rooney? That looked like Rooney. Oh, it's Rooney. No way. Oh, well, there's their lineup. They signed Rooney, so they've got... God, that's not a bad front three, is it? They've got Rooney up top, Bale on the right, Ronaldo on the left. Deal with that, Niall. This could be very, very interesting indeed. Yeah, they've not rested anyone. Perhaps the only player that's playing that you wouldn't expect is maybe Marcello, but Cointreau's obviously now slouch at left back, so let's get cracking, here we go. But yeah, I was going to talk about the Germany-Brazil game yesterday, and it was crazy. I mean, Brazil, obviously on home soil as well. Even that's what made me think. Even without that's a bit crap. Even without Neymar and Thiago Silva, I thought they might be pulled through just by the fact that they got such great home support. I mean, one of the highlights of the World Cup for me, outside of the actual football, as silly as that might sound, has been the Brazil national anthem, which has been absolutely incredible before every game. And I often say, if England went out and played absolutely awful, which they tend to do most times they play, to be perfectly honest with you, but if they went out, belted out the national anthem and played with a bit of passion, you could forgive them, and it just doesn't happen, does it? And then when you watch Brazil, and a lot of the other South American teams actually, well, not just South American, but Brazil especially, were absolutely hammering out. Oh God, we're in trouble here already. Yeah, they were absolutely hammering out the national anthem. It just shows. I mean, David Luiz, I don't think he's a good centre back at all. I think he's more of a midfielder, and although he has the odd moments of genius, like that free kick in the game against... Oh God, we're 1-0 down. We discussed that we might need a keeper, and that wasn't great, was it? Who was it that out-jumped him? Was it Ronaldo, or... I don't even know. Oh God, it was Bale, I think. Yep, pretty sure that's Bale out-jumping him there. Keeper really not covering himself in glory there, and the first chance that Real Madrid get, and they take it, and I actually suppose that means it's a goal for Bale on his debut, I suppose, but what was I talking about anyway? Yeah, the way that they were belting out that national anthem, and the fact that they were singing it after the, not the band had stopped playing, and the players in the crowd. Go on, hang on a minute, hang on, where's Melina? Oh, for God's sake. But, yeah, the players are belting it out. David Luiz especially was really going for it, and I actually got a little bit more respect for him after that. But, yeah, it just... if I was Brazilian, they've got to the semi-final. I know they'd be expecting to win, because obviously the expectations from England and Brazil are very, very different. But, oh God, they're getting in behind again, eh? Concentrate. Oh, that's a bit awful. Yeah, the expectations, obviously... Oh, nice bit of one-touch football there. This is cheeky. Oh, come on front. Where are you, son? That's freaking awful. Yeah, even though the expectations are very different from Brazil and England, I think if I was Brazilian, even though they've not won it, they got to the semi-final without blowing anyone away. I mean, Neymar, I think, had a pretty decent tournament, especially he had a couple of quiet games and a couple of games where he was phenomenal, so I'd say he had a good tournament, and he was carrying him, wasn't he, really? I mean, without him, and especially without Silva at the back, who's perhaps one of the best centre-backs. In fact, I'd go as far to say he's probably the best centre-back in the world right now. I mean, they were always going to miss those players, but I thought, like I say, because of the home crowd, they might come through, get that, but it just wasn't to be. In Germany, I mean, from the start of the tournament, I actually backed Argentina to win it. I'm a Man City fan, for people that don't know, so I supported England at the start, wanted England to win, but as soon as it... Hang on. Oh, you got to be kidding me. What has even happened there? Oh, he's gone with the bicycle kick, there's no need, but anyway, as I was saying, really unlucky there. We are getting in at Real Madrid at least, we're not being absolutely battered one-sided game, but yeah. I can't even remember what I was saying now. Ah, yeah, before the tournament, I support Man City, and obviously I wanted England to win at the start, but as soon as England went out, I really don't mind who wins, but it'd be nice if, I know this is a bit sad, but if a team with like a Man City player or a couple of Man City players in it won. And from the start I backed Argentina, so I'd like Argentina to win it now anyway, because they've got obviously Aguero, Zabaleta, Di Michaelis, that'd be nice. Brazil I think would have been nice because they were the hosts and Fernandinho plays there as well, but other than that now it's, yeah, I'd still fancy Argentina, even though I think it's very difficult to look past Germany. Do I still fancy Argentina? I think it's hard to say until we see in Argentina who are playing tonight. Obviously they're playing against Holland. I don't actually, hang on, oh, for God's sake, I don't know who, sorry, I don't know where they're playing tonight, but I think that's going to have a big say in it, because yesterday, I think it's Belo Horizonte that oh come on, I think it's Belo Horizonte that the Germany-Brazil game was at, and I think, I could be wrong here, but I think out of all the grounds to play at, that's the one that basically, and the time that they were playing as well, that's the one that basically suits the sort of European teams more, because it's not quite as hot as, is it Manaus that's by the rainforest that's the really hot one? I think it's that one. Just going to have a sip of tea. Yeah, I think it's Manaus, the really hot one, and obviously that's the one that England played at in their first game, but that wasn't an excuse for England against Italy. Italy aren't used to it either, but to be fair, the Italy game we actually played quite well, but it all just went down after that. I actually think after the... After the Italy game, I think a lot of English fans, myself included, had a lot of positivity about the performance, even though we lost. There was a lot of positives to be taken, but we just basically started off really well. I say really well, we started off well, and then just got worse and worse and worse. Oh, that's nice. Oh, come on, go on, go on, go on, go on. Go on! Oh, God's sake. We're controlling this game quite well, being as though this is Real Madrid. We do now. He's the youngster. For God's sake, they're very good at the back, Real Madrid. Well, they're very good in every position, but at the back they've got obviously Ramos and Pepe. I think that's it, they're playing, and they're both very, very quick, and we've not got the quickest team either, so we're really going to struggle to get in behind them. It's just going to be a case of trying to literally pass in behind rather than just leg it past them, which is a shame. But oh god, suicide pass, this is going to be a goal. Oh my god, what a tackle. Let's get this out wide. Oh god, the momentum seems to have swung. We started off decent despite the fact we conceded, but Real Madrid are definitely on top at the minute. They're going to get a free kick here, aren't they? No. Oh, that shouldn't be a free kick. I think I caught him, but he's whipped it in. Ronaldo, oh my god, he's going to book me for it as well. What a wanker. In fact, what's even Verdu doing back there? But yeah, oh, Ronaldo fancies this. Oh god, that stance and he bloody passes it. That was a bit mental. What a waste. Come on, we can break it. Didac. The other thing I was going to say about Germany yesterday, they were really, really impressive, but the player that actually caught my eye the most, I think, was Khedira, who I've never really seen as an attacking midfielder before, but yesterday he looked phenomenal. Come on! Oh, good defending again. Yeah, yesterday he looked phenomenal. He almost looked a bit like Yaya Toure did for City when he started playing that more attacking role. He just had lots of strength, powerful runs, picking good passes. Whether it'll become a new Yaya Toure, I don't know. I can't really see it myself, but wouldn't shock me after that yesterday's performance. It's probably the best I've ever seen him play. Just have a look at some of the stats here at half-time. Can't think we've been really outplayed. They've only had one shot to our 4, and that was poor really. The keeper should have got to it, but he didn't. And yeah, that's what you get when you play Madrid though, isn't it? I suppose these world-class players are going to come up with the big moments, but anyway, here we go. The other thing I was going to talk about was obviously the other semi-final tonight. Argentina, Holland. Go on, hang on a minute. Oh, I thought I was going to bloody bobble through them. Yeah, I think a lot of it depends on where they're playing because of the heat, but if we assume that it's a neutral, like it's going to be okay for Holland, I'm not sure, like I said, I don't know where it is, but if we assume that the heat's not going to be a factor, I still think it's a tough one to call because Holland looked Holland looked very, very good against Spain in the first game, but that was also... We're going to hit this. Oh, no, bloody not. It was a mixture of Spain being very bad at the same time. I think everyone's acknowledging at this point that Spain just have... They've had a great few years, but now it's the case that a few of those players have aged, and Costa didn't look great either. That was the other thing. I think they were relying on Costa being very good up front for them after they managed to tempt him away from Brazil, and didn't look very good for me at all. I've never actually seen him play. I've seen a few of his goals in La Liga from last season, but I've never really been blown away any time I've seen him play. And I think it's a lot of money that Chelsea paid for him, but now I've said that, I'm sure he'll go on and have a stonking season for Chelsea. But let's concentrate here again for a second. Ronaldo is so hard to get off the ball on this game, as you'd expect, because he's probably the best player in the world. But that's easy. But yeah, Holland. It's a tale of... Play this through. Come on, Video. This is the chance. He's got pace. He's got pace. Is that a bad touch? Oh, it's a good save. God damn it. That's probably our best chance of the game so far. Couldn't take it. But yeah, what was I going to say? It's gone out my mind again now. Oh yeah, Holland and Argentina. Neither of them have been that impressive. Which, like I said, Holland were very good against Spain, but Spain. Oh god. 2-0. Keeper, what's he doing? If he's going to save that like that, he might as well just punched it for a corner, you know what I mean? Never mind. It's not a game we expect to be getting points from, and it's a game that we're not going to be getting any points from, but yeah. I was going to say, Holland and Argentina are two teams just going to make a sub here, I think. The two teams that have both been sort of carried by the key players for the teams. We're going to chuck on Cedric for Video, because he's missed a couple of chances. There we go. And we'll chuck on Juan Carlos. No, we won't. We'll leave it just Cedric. Yeah, there are a couple of teams that have been carried just by their key players. I mean, Argentina have looked very, very flat, and then it's just Messi's undoubted brilliance that's just pulled them through. And then for Holland, you could argue it's not quite that bad, but it's mainly been Robin and Van Persie who pulled them through. Although they did really struggle. Was it Chile, I think, that they played? Chile are a team that I rate quite highly, actually. I think teams like Chile and Mexico are often underestimated a little bit at these World Cups, but yeah, they were very flat against Chile and managed to pull through on penalties. And was it on penalties? I could be making that up. I am completely making that up, aren't I? Because Brazil got knocked out by Chile. No, Chile got knocked out by Brazil, sorry. God, I'm butchering this at the moment, and oh, it's a great save. Butchering that there, but I'm thinking of, bloody Costa Rica, that's it. Holland really struggled against Costa Rica and then came through on penalties where Van Gaal actually took off the keeper, didn't he? And then put on Tim Krul. Oh, go on. He put on Tim Krul for just for penalties, and turned out to be a bit of a master striker genius. I think he said after it was just because of his height, but I think Krul gets the right way. It's deflected. Oh, that's close. Tim Krul, I think, if I remember rightly, guessed the right way for every single penalty, so I gotta say it's a good sub, but then again, I don't think you can say it's tactical genius when they drew 0-0 with Costa Rica after 120 minutes, so two sides to that story. Go on, eat this. Let's unlock it. But yeah, so I think before yesterday, I think they actually said, the pundits were saying on BBC before the game that not one team has really, it's been a great tournament without really been having that one great team, so Germany have obviously set down a marker yesterday, and oh, come on. Been a bit unlucky in this game. Brazil obviously set, for God's sake, Germany obviously put down a marker yesterday with their huge performance against Brazil. That was phenomenal. But it'll be interesting to see if Argentina or Holland can step up and sort of say, yeah, we're, you know, saying that, because Germany, the way they played yesterday, they were showing that they're a team to really be feared. And what I mean is, it'd have been, oh God, 3-0. Can't get anywhere near Real Madrid in this game. We've just been a bit unlucky ourselves, but still, we've... oh my God, Lewandowski and Rooney. Jesus Christ, this is mental. When did he come on? I didn't even notice. Really good finish, but when you're playing against Real Madrid, it's always a struggle. But anyway, what I was going to say... What was I saying there? It's gone out my mind again completely. Oh yeah, obviously Germany, have the way they played now, whoever plays them in the final is going to be fearful, because they're a phenomenal team, really strong in most areas, especially in that midfield. But it'd be interesting to see if Holland or Argentina can set down a similar kind of marker, not necessarily to batter the other team out of sight, but just to play really, really well. you know, make it a really interesting final. But the other thing I was going to say was about Miroslav Klose. He's now become the top scorer in World Cup history. I think he's got 15, which I think beat Pele's 4. Pele had 14. I think either that or 16, and Pele had 15. I can't remember. But yeah, I think it's for such a player that he's not. He's a very, 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 very good striker, and he's very good at what he does. But you'd sort of expect the World Cup top score. Oh my God, Modric, you filthy bastard! That was incredible skill. It was incredible skill, and then that was nearly horrible afterwards. But yeah, I was going to say expect the all-time top scorer to be someone like Ronaldo. Not Messi, obviously, because he's not been in enough World Cups yet. But I know Pele was there before, but I just think it's a bit strange that Klose, you know, just decent strikers managed to get the top scorer of the World Cup of all time. But I do think that there's a good chance that Muller will beat it, which is, again, even stranger. I'm just going to make another sub now. 1 minute in. 85, yeah, we'll give a couple of players a rest. Not been a great game for us, but Juan Carlos, and we'll bring on that. Yeah, Baptiste, we'll try him up front. Not tried him up front yet, but yeah. It'll be interesting because obviously Klose, like I was just saying, he's not like a world class, one of the best players in the world kind of striker. And neither is Muller. In fact, Muller plays a lot on the wing, so if he gets it, that'll be an incredible achievement. But I think he's got 11 now, and he's only how old? 20? I want to say 23, but he might be 22. He's got a good couple of World Cups left in him, but I think he scored. He's beat Pele's record of how many he'd scored in. Oh, for God's sake, this is going from bad to worse. Good tackle. Yeah, he's beat Pele's record for how many he'd scored after 10 games, I think. So I think he's got 11 in 10, something like that. And I think the commentator was saying yesterday that before he played in his first World Cup, which was his, Jesus Christ, that was awful. Before he played in his first World Cup, which was his last World Cup, he never actually scored for Germany. Then went on to score 5 in 5, which is mad because he's repeated it again here. I mean, he got the hat trick against in the first game, I think it was. Can't remember who he was against, but I think it was the first game. Portugal, they battered Portugal, didn't they? And then he obviously scored one yesterday, and he scored one in the game in between as well. I think I can't remember which game it was, but it's pretty incredible to think that Muller's probably. He's only 5 or 6 goals off Klose, unless Klose obviously scores again in the final, and he's only 22. That's pretty mental. Obviously, he could easily go a World Cup without scoring, but that was Kashmir that scored the second goal. I don't know who else said it was. I can't remember. But, you know, it's pretty unbelievable that he's only 22 and he's only 6 off. He could easily have a bad couple of World Cups or get injured, or Germany could have some other good player come there and replace him, but it has to be said that's still pretty phenomenal. But yeah, that wasn't the best first game of the season for us. Always knew it was going to be difficult. But if you look at the stats, we actually had more shots than Real Madrid. The same amount on target, but with the players that they've got, they're always going to be clinical. They're a very difficult team to play against. And yeah, that showed there. But thank you for watching, everybody. That's going to be the end of this first episode. Let's just see where that puts us in the table out of interest. Are we rock bottom? And Brian Rodriguez. No, disappointing not to start, but he's not doing anything in pre-season. What was I going to look at the table, that was it. Yeah, we're stone rock bottom, exactly where Real Betis finished in real life. But I think we could turn that round. That was a pretty... For a 3-0 loss, we didn't play too bad, I don't think. But like I said, that's going to be the end of this episode. Thank you very much for watching. Appreciate it if you'd leave a comment, rate, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'll see you again next time. Nidge out.